So here we go. Welcome to the London Project up there in lights tonight. The noise that you might be able to hear outside is, well, a well-earned relaxation from the delegates of the 2021 Arabian and African Hospitality Investment Conference Advisory Board. It's the reception. It's live down here at the London Project, where some of the movers and shakers, the decision makers, the industry leaders have come together, not just throughout the day but also throughout the evening, to share their experiences of the last 15 months and of course look ahead to what's in store for the future. Now, they've all come together to the London Project right here on Blue Waters Island in the shadow of the extraordinary Ain Dubai. One man who knows this place better than anyone is the man alongside me. Director of Operations at the firmament, Andrew Morrow, is with us. Andy, great to have you on board as always. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Now, before we meet some of those movers and shakers, the leaders out there at the moment, drag them in here to get their thoughts. Talk to us about not just the London Project, but the firmaments as well. How do they all work together?
Great question. The firmament is our operations arm. So that's I would say, the mother company of the London Project and the respective brands that we'll be developing over the next couple of years. So we have the London Project is our mother brand. And then coming up by the end of 2021, we've got a new project called the District 8 or District 8 by the London Project. This is 3 completely new concepts that are being put into one building to create a holistic all-day entertainment venue. So from casual dining to great Italian family dining in the middle, and then finishing up with a really cool Chinese or Shanghai-inspired supper club.
Extraordinary. Well, it's very kind of you to open your doors to the industry, as it were. Give us your thoughts on the role of AHIC at the moment. Obviously, the advisory board met a little earlier on. We've got a big date in the diary for September of this year. Was it important to you at the firmament, the London Project, to host these guys for an event like this tonight in what has been very challenging times?
Absolutely. I think any chance we have to give back to the industry that gives us so much, we're always open for that. And AHIC is an amazing conference. This year it's very special. It's a combination of 4 individual conferences all clustered together in what will be the first time that we've actually had an in-person conference for over 2 years. And I think that's incredibly beneficial to the industry, not only because we'll be talking about investment, and not just investment into new projects, but actually industry investment into technology, into new fit-outs, into renovations, into industry-defining elements that will drive the industry forward. So we'll be talking a lot about the operations, about investments, again, like technology, and we'll also be talking directly to and building the confidence back in potential investors looking to invest in the F&B and the hotel and overall hospitality industry.
Well, what's been, the night is but young, Andrew,
Yes.
but what's been your takeaway throughout the day? Have you been struck by the positivity, or has it been a little bit more challenging, some of the discussion?
No, it's been wonderful. I think everyone's go-to point now is COVID and the effects that had. But very quickly, everyone was like, this has happened, but this is what's going to happen in the future. And I think everyone's got a very, very positive outlook into the next couple of years. And I think there's definitely a change in the market. I know what we're doing is very groundbreaking with the London Project Live, which is our new media arm, which is, this is coming up, and this is a part of that. And I've been really inspired by what I've heard today by other operators and other developers looking to redefine the market, do something new, do something interesting to give the consumer a point of difference in the future.
But well, to that point, we have, in fact, I say we, I've nicked that one. Andrew has brought together, along with the rest of the team, some of the real leaders of the industry. They met a little earlier on today, and they've been kind enough to share a few words with us. So let's just check in with those individuals who've been charged with not just returns for their investors, but also delivering that all-important guest experience. They met the advisory board earlier on today, and these were some of their thoughts.
Geez, it's been a tough year,
What's different in this crisis is that there was nowhere to hide and nowhere to pivot.
we haven't got the people around us anymore. A lot of them have gone back to their home countries over the last year or so.
No one's not struggled. No one's not gotten through this unscathed. Not anyone that I know of anyway.
I must say this is the first time I've been out for a very long time.
It was amazing to be back with all the industry colleagues.
We're all just happy to be let out.
We're trying to figure out, well, what is the new AHIC?
And where the real value is, is in the networking, it's in the meeting of individuals, and how can you do that virtually?
The energy that's been filling the room since the morning has given me a new lease on life.
I think there was such a hunger to contribute and to bring in new ideas.
And we talk about a period and era of transformation at every level.
People really wanted to come together and bring in this new, fresh approach to things.
So we've got to work really hard, much harder.
I think the management of the pandemic here has been absolutely sensational.
I think most people are very optimistic about the future, about what the future holds for hospitality, and I think that's kind of the key thing.
I think we are seeing green shoots. I mean, I've been in a series of meetings today where I'm talking about bringing brands from around the world to the Middle East.
I would probably say that particularly the people that are based in this region and probably more the UAE, we're feeling a little more confident.
So I think the summer here will be here to sort of maybe inspire people to think, okay, how can we do things differently?
What's going to happen in Q3, Q4 this year is very much that will dictate how 2022 is going to look.
I'm thinking that things are going to go back to normal pretty quickly. Dubai has done an awesome job getting to 70+% vaccinated. Like, this is amazing. This is what's saved the day for me and my business and my family.
It's the first time to the London project, and I'm definitely gained my loyalty.
I think these sort of innovative brands are fantastic.
It's a brave man that bets against Dubai. You know what? And literally standing on that balcony, looking over towards the marina, towards JBR, towards the Palm, looking up at the Dubai Eye. I mean, it's absolutely sensational. And this restaurant in this position, I mean, you can't get better. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic.
I love what Steve and Keith do. I really, really love what they do. They are brave and they believe in themselves. And I have this kind of mantra that when people ask me what are my favourite quotes, and I think if you believe in yourself and believe in your brand and believe in your product, then you will win. And I think that's what these guys do.
Those were just some of the highlights of the chats from our industry leaders. If you want to listen to any of those interviews in full, we're posting up on social media in due course. So make sure you stay tuned to those. Andrew's still alongside me at the moment. And just to, great to hear some of those opinions there. Great to hear the positivity that you highlighted. Final one for you, though, and it's a little sort of look ahead to the future. We look into the all-important future of the industry. What does the industry hold for the remainder of this year and 2022? Are you positive?
Very, very positive. I think if I speak industry-wide, I think there's a lot of exciting new developments coming up. Just listening to some of the conversations tonight, I'm overhearing hotel developers that have over 300 hotels in their pipeline. I'm talking to restaurant operators that are seriously considering and doing big renovations on their existing concepts, as well as launching new concepts in the market, and not just in the UAE or MENA, but globally. For us at the London project, I think we've got a huge 2021 and 2022 coming up with District 8, which that I mentioned earlier. That's coming up at the end of this year. And I guess the most exciting news for the London project brand is we're taking it home. It's going to be situated at Wood Wharf, in Canary Wharf, in London, and the story goes full circle. So where the city inspired us, where we always thought that we would open the first London project in London, and then this amazing location at Blue Waters became our our initial home, we're now taking the brand back to London. We're going to be there, we're going to represent, and it will be the first of many of our global rollout.
Listen, can't thank you enough on behalf of all that rowdy rabble out there for hosting us this evening. We're going to wrap things up. We'll take myself and the crew. I can't guarantee how long this lot are going to be here for, though, I'm afraid.
I think the rest of the night.
Can't thank you enough. Thanks very much indeed
pleasure.
for being with us. Thanks for hosting us down here at the London Project on Blue Waters Island. That's it for our rather special edition of our live video series. As mentioned a little earlier on, we'll listen back to any of those interviews in full. We'll be posting them up on social. From all the team down here at the London Project, good night.